So this is part 2 of the small account builder, and this is more about the daily chart. Okay, how to deal with daily levels. Now, when you deal with daily levels, you don't really have to look at it and say, okay, the trend is up, okay, I'm gonna only look for longs. No, that's not what we're doing here. What we're doing here is basically looking at the recent swing highs and the recent swing lows. So let's say that this was right here, okay, and we know that the market's going up and we have a swing high right here, okay. I will mark down a swing high right here, and yes, the overall market is bullish, so I do expect, okay, the market to push back up, okay. So if it does break above this high, I expect the market to, maybe give me a good reaction to the upside. But sometimes these levels will probably fail, and you will see a lot of selling going on. So you can use these levels and not only use them to go with the trend, but you can use them as, levels where you can just say, okay, maybe I want to sell against the trend, okay? And that's only if the intraday sets up, okay? Now, another way to look at these levels is basically, this is with the trend. Now, if the market is going down, okay, and it coming back to this swing low right here, okay, we can mark that down. So the way I do it, I mark down the swing lows and the swing highs. That's it. I don't care about nothing else. I don't care about nothing else. I'm gonna say that again. I don't care about nothing else. Only the swings, right? The swing highs and swing lows. Now this is a swing because we pulled back. So let's see, what day was this when it hit it? It hit it around February 18th. So we're gonna mark that down, and we're gonna mark down this one right here. Now, when I mark down these levels, the reason why I will mark down these levels is because look at the trend line right here. Okay, we didn't break the trend line. Now, this would be the next level right here. This is the next level I'll mark down, and after that, after we break this one right here, I'm not gonna mark down, these levels right here. Not saying that they won't count. Okay, it's because the trend is down, and this action right here. So let's say that, let me show you real quick. So let's say that the market is going down. So this alone right here, okay, will basically give me, okay, swing highs and swing lows to deal with, okay, this down movement right here. So when I break this low, I don't have to deal with this information anymore. I deal with this information. So I deal with these daily swing lows and swing highs. So that's the whole concept, okay. We broke the trend line. Yes, this first low right here, I probably will mark it down on my daily chart, but after that, I'm not going to mark it down anymore, okay. And I also will mark down these levels right here too. So if we pull back, we have the swing high right here. If we pull down, we have the swing low right here, okay. So I keep that in mind also. But again, when we break this low, I'm only looking at this data right here. So let's go to those days where I marked it down. I'm trying to erase this right here. It was the 18th. So the first time it touched it was the 18th, February 18th. And then we're going to go to this low right here. First day was the 22nd. So we're going to go to those lows right there. So let's go. Okay, guys. So here is the daily level right here. Now, again, if the intraday is telling you the market is going down, why would you want to take a long right here? Okay, I know it looks attractive, but the way I look at the market is, if the market is going down like this, that means the trend is down. Okay, it's best to wait for confirmation, because what you're going to do is you're going to bang yourself or bang your head against a wall so many times trying to catch the bottom. Okay, that's not how I trade. If you want to trade like that, that's on you. I don't really teach people how to trade like that. Okay, a lot of times you won't catch the bottom and it's going to smack you. So what we're going to do, especially if we're going against the trend, what we want to do, guys, is we want to look for confirmation. So if I'm looking at this, I definitely wouldn't be going long right here. I still go with the trend. The intraday trend, okay, is to the downside. So I would still look for my shorts. Okay, we have a swing low right here. Okay, so, and this is how you approach the 1 hour too, and we're going to talk about that later. Now, I would still go short right here. Now, notice how it's coming up, it's bouncing, okay, and now all of a sudden I'm starting to see a pattern, a reversal pattern. What do I see? I see an inverse head and shoulders. A head right here, left shoulder right here, okay, and the right shoulder forming right here. So this is what I see. Now maybe it's time to go long, okay? Before it was just guessing. Now it's not guessing. So this is what I'm about, okay? I'm about, you know, taking high quality trades. If you want to just basically go, you know, take a trade just because you think it's going to go up, that's on you. Now, we have a right shoulder right here. So let's say I go long right here. I see a nice bullish bar. I get stopped out. Who cares, right? The reason why I don't care, because I know if this trade works out, man, this could be a monster trade. So we still have this inverse head and shoulders is still right intact because we didn't really create a new low. We are at demand right here, okay, and guess what? It's showing you a nice tail bar right here. So I will get in right here as soon as price breaks this high right here, and look at this. Okay, look at this lovely move right here. So you can get this nice push to the upside. That's why I don't really care about losers, especially when I know the risk to reward, okay, is, you know, high. So I mean, we're talking about easy 6-to-1, 7-to-1, or even higher. So this is how you deal with the daily chart. Okay, you don't want to deal with it, you know, in a way where, okay, it's coming down, and as soon as it comes down to this line, I want to buy. No, you still have to deal with the intraday, what the intraday is doing. Okay, now we have, all right, a nice little reversal pattern. Okay, now maybe we can go long. Okay, so let's go to the next day where we marked it down. So that was February 22nd. Okay, so that was right here. Okay, so this is the second line right here. Okay, now the market's still going down. The only difference I do see is we have a range right here, so maybe I could start maybe look for longs, but at the same time, okay, we broke the range. Now it's, you know, longs is no more because we broke the range, and now we are under this support area, and we can start looking for shorts. Okay, now you have to understand, okay, you can use this area for either support or it's going to flip. So sometimes a lot of these areas will flip, especially if the trend is to the downside. So this area right here, this support area is actually going to flip and turn to resistance. So we can use this as resistance. We have also supply lining up, okay, and we can take trade. And it came back to right here, this swing low right here, and then gave you a nice little trend line break, and this would have been a nice little trade to the downside. So this how, you know, we can use these daily levels. We can use it as flips, okay, or if it gives us a nice reversal pattern, we can use it as, you know, support, and, you know, we can ride that wave to the upside. So this is how I deal with a daily chart. A lot of times, if the pressure is down, it's going to flip. So flip means that instead of being a support, it's going to turn into resistance, okay, or if it gives you a nice reversal pattern, you know, most likely it's probably going to bounce. Okay, so that's how I deal with daily levels. Okay, now next thing I want to talk about is, do you see how I deal with you know, the levels? Just because a level is up doesn't mean I want to take a long or a short. Okay, I actually had a one-on-one with one of my students, paid one-on-one session, and basically I was going over the 1 hour chart with him, and I was telling him if the 1 hour horizontal lines, if they are confusing you, you don't have to use them. Okay, I give those lines to you guys so you can understand how to be patient, number one, and understand where major support could be or major resistance could be. Okay, but at the same time, just because a line is there doesn't mean, okay, it's going to be support. It doesn't mean it's going to be resistance, right? You have to still look at the intraday. If the intraday is saying, all right, man, this thing looks like it's weak, I'm still going to look for shorts. I don't care if this is a support level. I don't care. The intraday is telling me, okay, we are here, we are breaking down, it's time to look for shorts. And you have to do that same thing with the hourly lines too, guys, right? You can't just look at the line and say, all right, that's resistance, let's go short. No. What is the intraday telling you? And then you make your decisions from that, okay? And again, if for some reason the horizontal lines are confusing you, you don't have to use the lines. This is why I give you guys so many options, okay, in the course. I give you guys so many options to trade, because maybe this way of trading, you like it better than the next way. And I know all these ways that I'm showing you guys, they work, okay? And especially if you have these 1 hour lines or these daily lines, you can catch big moves. I mean, look at this move right here. This is a big monster move. So knowing that you have a nice daily level, okay, or a nice hourly level, you can catch some crazy risk to reward moves, so you can build up your account. And this is why I'm showing you guys these levels. Now, for some reason, if these levels are confusing you, then what you can do is just either keep them on your chart or remove them, okay, and just trade the chart by itself, okay? You can trade the 5-minute chart by itself. You can still do that. I show you guys how to do that in the course. So you can use your trend line breaks, you can use your supply and demand, whatever the case is, okay? I don't want you guys to get confused. I want you guys to become, full-time traders and become a beast when it comes to trading these markets. But at the same time, guys, I want you to understand that these levels still can help you, okay, get those big moves. But if they are confusing you right now, maybe you can take them off for right now and then add them later on when you are used to the market, okay, much better. Whatever the case is, you still should look at these higher time levels, okay, because you will get a lot of decent moves. You see them right here, decent moves from these levels. I told you guys before, a lot of times I can just only trade a 5-minute. I won't only trade a 1 minute, because the 1 minute is too many candles. I would probably look at the 5-minute for my bigger view, and then go to the 1 minute. Like I said, I'll show you guys how to do that in the course. But again, you can stick to one time frame. Let's say 15-minute chart, and that's your time frame. That's how you enter. You can only use the 15-minute chart, or you can only use the 5-minute chart. But again, I believe you should incorporate these high time frame levels just to catch these big moves. All right, and also make sure that you understand the 1 hour. Okay, when you set your 1 hour levels, it's not just setting your levels. Okay, you also have to understand when the market is breaking out. Okay, so please make sure you just don't plot your levels and say, okay, all right, this is resistance, this is support, whatever the case is. Make sure okay, this looks like a potential breakout, because you want to be aware of that, and you want to take advantage of those breakouts. Even if the market pulls back to these breakouts right here, okay, the continuation could be very good. So you have to understand when is a breakout and when is just using your horizontal lines, okay, because those breakouts will give you some great risk to reward opportunities. Now, next thing I wanted to share with you guys is for some reason can't figure out, having a hard time with drawing your levels. You can use a line chart. Okay, a line chart will show you all your levels. Okay, it will show you your swing highs, your swing lows. Okay, and you will basically get these levels down, just in case you can't see these levels on a candlestick. But what I do, I use the body of the candles, okay, and then I use the wick of the candles, okay, and that's about it. If you are having a hard time with candlesticks, you could maybe go to the line. So let's say that we want to mark down here. Go right here, mark it down, and go to the candlesticks and make sure everything is lined up. Okay, and then if it's lined up, okay, the next one you want to mark down is right here, this low right here. Okay, and then you go from there. So if you are having a hard time with marking down the levels, you can go to the line chart. Okay, so that's about it. Again, this course is very flexible, and is like that on purpose. The reason why is because as a trader, you have to figure out what works for you and what you are comfortable with. Okay, everything I give you guys on the course, it works. I know it works. I've been doing this for 13 years. It works. Trust me. Okay.